voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
You ain't saying nothing yet.
Turn my volumes up. Okay. You guys hear me okay? I don't boot myself out of here. Hey Punksy, hey Shannon, Mandy T, Prime Web, Special, Cheshire, hey Twin Cities, Miss Wednesday, Noni, Prime Web, Tiffany, Alyssa, Shiba, hey Jordine, Miranda, Crystal, Charm, hey. Hey, Natasha, light pink mommy. Okay, how do we say this? Burleson. I tried. Hey, C12. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Christine. From Australia. Wow, thank you. It's late, right? Hey, Darlene. Hey, White Orchid. So, yeah. Like I said earlier, we're going to keep this respectful. And like I said, put this shit aside for an hour or two. If they want to come up on panel and say their side and then turn around and bash me 5 minutes later, that's cool. But I'm hoping for a little bit tonight that, you know, everyone can just put the shit aside and try to, I don't know, come together. Because I know a lot of you are sick of all the drama too. Like, wouldn't it just be nice? Can't we just all be cordial and just like agree to disagree and just do our own things? We don't even have to watch each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if anyone wants to take me up on the invite of those creators or any of the creators, I did post the StreamYard's link in the description of this live stream. Should you want to take advantage of the invite. I do want to say I am actually expecting nobody to want to do this, but that's okay too. I wanted to at least put it out there. I did reach out to only one person privately, and no, she did not respond, and that was Tiffany Marie. Hey, Honest Rage. Hey, Emma. Prairie Beck. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Oh, thank you, Mandy T. Very sweet of you. It's lunchtime. Oh, okay. Talk like adults, exactly. Welcome to the crazy train, Alyssa Marie. Choo-choo. Here comes the mister. Yeah, and everyone be on the, now I was able to unblock AB. I tried to unblock Doug and Tiffany Marie. It said it unblocked them, but I see it still says blocked. I tried it 100 times, and for some reason, that happens sometimes when I go to unblock people. For whatever reason, it just doesn't let me unblock them. I don't know why. Hey, support. Thank you for being here, you guys. I do hope that they will come on here. And again, anyone in chat, mods, sorry, you'll have your work cut out for you. But yeah, let's just keep it respectful tonight. Pretend like there's never been any problems between any of us and like be blind for the night. Seriously. Nothing ever happened. We don't even know each other. We're just trying to figure out a situation. Ziggy's welcome too. Yes, absolutely. I forgot about Ziggy, actually, or I would have put her in the list, but absolutely Ziggy is welcome. People know and want to go reach out to these people and be like, hey, she's live. You know, what's up? Hey, Skylar. You know, some of them are probably watching. Oh, Lori, welcome to the crazy train. Thank you. Choo-choo. We need a train button. Ziggy's on her live. Of course she is. Of course she scheduled one. Oh, thank you, Lori. Very sweet of you. Can I be a mod? If you stick around for a while, lovely, you might just become one. Incognito. Well, yeah, I mean, they can even stream it on their channels if they want to. I mean, it's not like they haven't streamed my streams before, you know what I mean? No, Cheshire, not here, not tonight. No. Barbie baby. Siggy is live, Doug is live, Kraken is live, everyone is live right now. Of course they are now, right? That's fine. They can just ignore it and pretend like they had their live schedule, even though I looked and there was none scheduled. That's fine. I didn't think of that one, but that's clever because they can all just be like, "Oh, we were like, but that's okay." Offer still stands as long as this live is going. So I didn't expect them honestly to pop up anyway, but I thought that would actually show a lot more about them than anything. So it is fishy. Something stinks in suburbia, but that's okay. You know, that's okay. Hey, Yaya. Yep, like I said, I didn't plan this with anybody privately, so whatever. But I did actually look to see if there was scheduled lives or not, and there was not. So it was what it is. One of those for trans. I can answer, but not everything because I don't know a whole bunch more than the public about some things. Yeah, thank you for being here, True Crime Commentary. Me and Jay are your favorites. Benny is, I mean, he's not doing great, but I last spoke to him, I think yesterday. I haven't spoken to him today. Yeah, you know, pause your live stream or whatever. Come up here. Like it's been scheduled since what, yesterday or something. So, I mean, you know, they all saw it and then whatever.
We're probably talking about it right now.
Yeah, they're probably like talking about it. Oh, Cher's an idiot joining us on the panel, but that's okay.
It was worth a shot.
TCC, the link is in the description here, and I'll actually I can post it here in the chat. What am I thinking? You know, you guys are welcome up here to discuss it too, because some of you guys donated, you guys watch it too. You all are invited to chat about it and have your thoughts and opinions and feelings about it as well. But should any of them come up on panel, you know, there we go.
Get down.
Well, that's okay, Tiffany. If that's how they choose to play it, that's how they choose to play it. But I can say at least that I tried. So, and you know, they don't have to do it on here. They can go and explain it on their own channels too. But it would be nice to try and get like, I really would like to get everyone at once because it's a shit show, really. There's too many people. Hey, Penny.
Hi.
Hey, Penny.
All right.
Hello.
So what do you have to say about this mess?
Yes, Penny, for your thoughts.
Yes.
Well, see, it was a good thing, the fundraiser, because who wouldn't want to see Summer's Reward Fund go up, right? So,
Right. Absolutely.
the intention, the heart, the dedication to that cause was absolutely there. And we all shared the responsibility of going from platform to platform. So, so everybody would have a chance to sleep. We all have lives. I showed up as much as I could, which wasn't as much as other people could, and that's fine. But, you know, I think how the idea started was, I think Q had advertised that there's a merch store and that all the proceeds would go to Summer's Reward Fund. Scott and John did a live on Scott's platform, and I think that they had wanted to surprise Q and get it up to $500 overnight while she was resting, and then just the thought of that staying up overnight ended up becoming like, oh, well, you know, if we can do this, then what's to say we can't get to 1,500 if we go to somebody else's platform and they host while we rest and that type of thing. So that's how that, I guess, dynamic unfolded. The idea, I mean, it wasn't planned. It just kind of happened. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think it was a great idea. I do think it got bigger than what anyone expected, but I also think that the idea was rushed because I think doing something like that on the big scale, right, planning this, making sure everyone gets sleep, and doing it for basically a week straight, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
and all these different platforms, whatever, merch stores, all of that, Cash App, PayPal, all of it, right? And then everybody involved using all of their platforms. And yeah, it's with good intentions, but all I'm saying is people got excited. I get that. So I'm not trying to dog on the fundraiser. Like I've said, I do think it was a great idea. It was just not handled properly because it got bigger than anyone thought, I think, because it wasn't planned out very well.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't planned. It just kind of was a thought that that kept going. And I don't think that, as a matter of fact, I know that Q never intended on taking any other streams of payment besides the merch store. But once we got to a certain point, and people was asking in chat, is there any other ways to donate? I think a big turning point was when the merchandise had to be edited to have Summer's face off of it. And so some people were just like, well, I don't know, is there another way to donate? And she's like, well, yeah, you can. And even that was well intended but poorly received after the fact. During it all going on, it was received well by everybody. And as much as Tiffany will scream from the rooftops that she doesn't support fundraisers on YouTube, she definitely hosted it. She definitely posted the link. She definitely posted the Cash App against her better judgment, as she says. Even AB posted the link in his top chat. He pinned it to the top of his chat for the merch store. So, at one point everybody was on board with this. And then even at the turning point when Cash App was an option, and it wasn't just the merch store being shared. So at some point everybody was basically on board with how it was being done. And then, in my opinion, it changed whenever pride and ego came in. So I don't know. And now we're all scam artists. And I seen somebody say in the chat, well, Penny, then get Q to open her books. Like, I'm not in any way legally responsible for any of that money.
Do you know what the final amount raised was? At the end of the fundraiser shutting down, do you know what the total was? Because I was emailed $34,274, something like that.
On the final night, I think the final number was like 31, but then people started getting refunds, and then I think the next day there was an additional night of it to try to make that back. And then it ended up being at like 32 and something, I want to say almost 33, but I'm not 100% sure. It's all right there on Q's page. She has the community post and she does video updates. So, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, we don't think you're all scam artists. I think everyone had good intentions. There might be one or two that I don't believe had really good intentions, and it was kind of like whatever. But anyways, most of the people had good intentions with doing this. People had good intentions donating. People had good intentions with what they were starting in this marathon and the fundraiser. Like Penny said, why wouldn't you want the reward fund bigger? It is a good thing everyone done. It's just that when there's a lot of money that gets involved and there's multiple people, there is problems. It's like, that's how it works. And
I appreciate your subscriber Jasmine's enthusiasm. I know that this is a heightened emotion conversation.
Mhm.
However, the questions, some of the actually all of the questions that she's kind of very passionately directing towards me, she should
Oh.
definitely email Q.
All right, Jasmine, please be more kind because that's not what for tonight is. We want to hear everybody's side, so please, if you want to reach out to Penny privately or what she's saying, reach out to Q because under my understanding, Q was taking care of the money. It was supposed to be Chase bringing it there, but yeah,
And
even
I think that Chase and Q decided, I think because of all of the accusations going on, she decided not to have it exchange hands through Chase and just to direct wire it from her bank to Civis, which I
Mhm,
think was a better route. I mean, I know we all felt really excited to have Chase walk it in himself because of
mhm,
what he represents to us. But um just, I mean, with everything going around, I just felt like they made the right decision in just wiring it.
mhm. Thank you, Crystal. Yeah, so I heard, yeah, so she wired what she had on hand right away because she wanted it out of her accounts and she didn't want, that headache. Um,
Mhm.
can
Yeah.
do you know much about the situation with the sheriffs showing up then at Chase's because they thought he was withholding money and that mess? Do you know much about that?
It wasn't local PD or whatever. It was there were suits. And I mean, I asked him if he got a badge number or, a picture or a business card or, something. He didn't that night. But from what I understand from what he told me is that they were there asking about why it was 17,000 something instead of 32.
Hmm.
So, that's what they were there for, and I believe he explained it and they were satisfied, so nothing further.
Hmm. Well, not that anyone has bad intentions. I can't really call it bad intentions when you're doing a good thing. But when people post videos and they're bashing other people like myself because we raised more than you did and stuff like that, that tells me you're doing something with not the right intention. So I'll put it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who is saying we've raised more than who did, but I certainly didn't say that. So if somebody said that, I can't speak for them.
Yeah,
Um
no, it wasn't you, and I'm not gonna repeat who all did that. But yeah, it's not even a big deal. I mean, in the end, it was still a good thing that was done. So, however, which way it happened, with if it was to F you to share, so be it. Cool.
mhm. Yeah, and I just want to say that if people are going to take the initiative and ask you a question, that I think that you would probably get the best response if you email, you know, just kind of asking your question and not going to her email and accusing her of something or berating her, because that's not going to get you anything but a delete. So, like, I mean, I think the big key here is if you want to know something beyond what she's putting on YouTube and like on her videos and community wall, if you want to ask a question, at least just be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does chat have any questions? I did actually open a private Discord, I mean a public Discord, because of all of the slander and accusations going around about Q, Chase,
Mhm.
myself. We're all part of this huge, I don't know, what even would that be? A huge like scam ring or something? I don't know.
Mhm.
I've been on YouTube since August. I just met these people. I met these people through AB and Tiffany. Chase was brought to the light of everybody via Tiffany. So we all met through them. Um,
This is Penny True Crime Commentary channel.
but just because I have received a lot of requests to just ignore, but it's kind of hard to ignore. And I know you understand this. And Mark, I know you understand this too. Whenever you're being accused of something that's completely false. And, you feel the need, and especially whenever people try to go real life with it, and it's like, so you want to say something. So I addressed it one last time on my community page, and offered the public Discord to ask me any questions directly. And then beyond that, and I've already said what I needed to say. I've requested a link in other creators' chats to be able to defend myself whenever they were talking about me and was denied. And then offered the link to them whenever I went to my own platform, so they can, at least accuse me where I have the chance to respond. So I do appreciate you opening up your platform to bring clarity to all this, because it's definitely needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot, so I can imagine. And CARLOCK I'm sorry, you see she's getting attacked. I can understand like not wanting to show things when you start getting attacked. However, the proof that we saw, and a lot of people, Mr. Share was looking at that proof too, and it wasn't enough. At the time, when we looked for it, it wasn't enough, because the 360 thing, and then she hit it on a different channel. Like, that's another thing too. I didn't like that, how she had multiple channels and had it on the one channel, and she didn't want to put it there, but then she put the link in the community post. Like, to me, that's shady. You shouldn't, if you're doing things properly and by the book, you don't need to do shady movements like that. That's shady to me. And then I think that part of it is, well, just from my outside looking in anyways, Penny, is that Tiffany Marie, she's had some trouble in the past with scamming charities, and so now that she's been involved with this, she's an easy target to kind of blame everything on, in my opinion, or from what I've seen anyway. But maybe I'm wrong, but
I don't know. I don't really want to put much energy into that topic, but as far as Q, I didn't even know she had a different channel. I didn't know she had a backup channel. But I mean, I don't see anything wrong with posting stuff in the community wall, the community page. I didn't know she had a backup channel. I think I've probably emailed her. We've communicated through email probably a total of 4 times in the time that I've known her. We've probably communicated on Discord maybe twice. So it's not like, and I've never spoke on the phone with her. I've never texted her or anything like that. So it's not like we're extremely familiar with each other. It was just something that she was doing, and I supported it because it went to a good cause. So it's not like we're thick as thieves, pun intended.
What is your name? Okay, so why, when I asked Don, you keep asking what did I think about when I asked Don? I've asked Don multiple times, by the way, through text, through calls, on live streams, everything, pre-recordings, everything, right? To make a plea for your daughter. Now, if you want, of course, my honest opinion on it, I think it's shitty. I think he can't plead for his daughter because he knows the truth on the situation, so he can't, right? Well, anyway, we'll leave it at that. And then the other thing is you shouldn't have to ask somebody to make a plea for their daughter. You sure as hell wouldn't have to ask me. I'd be doing it automatically. You sure as hell didn't have to ask Gabby's parents. They did it automatically. Do you see what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to be asked and even coached on how to make a plea for your missing daughter to come home. And yes, it's my personal opinion that they don't know how to do that because they know, like they know the truth, if that makes sense. And that's where I'll leave it. So hopefully that's a good enough answer for you.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody cares about my opinion on that, but I do think that it's kind of weird that you have to read your plea off of a phone. That's kind of should just come from the heart,
Yeah.
But Maybe he just didn't want to mess up. I don't know. He's, you have to think that. Maybe he just didn't want to mess up. Everything he says is so picked apart and scrutinized that maybe he just didn't want to mess up. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. He can talk to Ziggy. I was just texting him before this live, so good for Ziggy. Everyone can feel really proud that they talked to Don because it ain't nothing special and he's not giving anything new. So, congratulations. You are now exactly where I was when y'all were bashing me.
Yeah, it's funny how that worked out.
Yeah. I told Don, I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I think it's, it is what it is. It's more people talking about summer. All I ever told them was just be careful whose channel you go on. Keep your circle small. Not don't go on anyone's channel.
Well, I was offered the opportunity to speak with him, and I just didn't see a point. I just didn't see a point. I mean, I really didn't. Oof.
He's loving it. Yeah.
What would it help? What would it help? I just don't have the energy for it. Like, especially after my last encounter with somebody from real life. I have nothing left to give to people involved. I really don't. At this point, I think I'm just kind of like, all right, well, let's just see.
Yeah, exactly. I like to try and still keep things going to keep, it keeps the discussion going, keeping Summer's name going, right? But yeah, it drains all your energy. Just like one girl messaged me and says, like, I talked to Don now, I'm supposed to call him after work, whatever. And I'm like, whatever you do, just take care of yourself mentally. Like,
Yeah,
just
that's
be
huge.
careful. It's draining.
That's huge.
It's a real evil dark force. It really is. I thought the Watts case was bad. It's not. I'm telling you, the Wells case it's so much darker than that. And I think
And it's made people so much worse.
so much worse. It's brought out the worst in everyone, but it's also brought out the best, I think, too, in everyone. So it is like this tug of war of evil and good in this case. Cotton candy boobs.
Why is your avatar Cuomo?
Oh, because it's supposed to be a Royal Rumble tonight.
Oh, oops.
It's McMahon.
Oh, is that? I thought that was cool. It looks like Cuomo.
No.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? It looks like Cuomo to me.
Oh shit.
Maybe it's
All right. Technical
Hello?
difficulties, and now
Well,
you can stare
hello.
at me.
You don't look like Cuomo.
No, he does not. So, your thoughts. I know you've been working really hard and kind of like out of the loop a little bit on this, but what you do catch up on, I know it's confusing. What do you, I'm gonna go outside and smoke a joint. And you can.
All right, well, my thoughts on this whole fundraiser thing is I thought it was great. I thought it was amazing how much was actually raised. I couldn't believe it when I heard the numbers. My only concerns are that it seems like everybody involved just suddenly started turning on each other. And it's, yeah, like there was like a huge infighting all of a sudden. So that was really concerning. And I would like it. I'm not demanding anything, but I would like to see what I did with my fundraisers. I showed the money coming in and going out of my account. I'd like to see that. But I do think this was all legit. Like I don't think anyone was scamming.
I don't have any doubt in my mind that every cent's gonna get where it belongs.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the books. I don't know that Scott or any of the other participants have seen the books. I guess we just kind of trust her.
Mm.
You know, like, it's like, why would you even attempt anything other than 100%, you know, the correct thing to do? Why would you? I mean, there's no way. There's just no way it would happen.
Mm.
But I think personally, I probably will just never. Two things in my time lived on YouTube since August. I will never, ever, ever speak to a witness
Mm.
or somebody who could be involved again, ever. And I will never, probably ever, um, participate in any sort of community type thing, like I did,
Mm.
because no matter how good your intentions are, people are gonna pick it apart and make the make the worst out of it with no basis other than their speculations, and it's just disappointing, I guess, because if I was involved in the scam, then surely I would know it. Surely, right? I don't feel like I'm involved in anything nefarious, so
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
think
I'm
that
just
anyone was scammed, but
right.
yeah, it is. I think with the true crime community, especially, I mean, we're always looking at everything with suspicion. So even when someone does something good, we always look for like an ulterior motive or something. Like we can never just accept that someone did something good because they wanted to. It just
Yeah,
doesn't sit well with us for some reason.
yeah. And even though, so there was something that came up where I doubted where the fund might end up ultimately if it expires. You know how it's supposed to go to the advocacy center. That came up as a question, as like, well, who are these people? Everybody's saying that they haven't even posted a picture of Summer or spoke out for her or anything. Like, who are these people that stand to benefit from this money if it expires? So that was something. And then the question of, well, can we stipulate where we want it to go if the reward fund expires? And that was a question. And I think that that's where that was like, well, we'll have to look into that. We'll have to talk about it, later. We'll all decide on it, something like that. There'll be a community poll of where we might want it to go if the reward fund expires, if the advocacy center doesn't jive right with us or something like that. Um, and then there was the whole Carla Dykes thing, how she was reported to be embezzling last year from Churchill Rescue Squad. So that was a point of concern because their books were dirty. But she'd been caught and just recently prosecuted. So mm,
Hmm.
Yeah, I heard about that.
that was all a point
You're
of
from there, Tony.
concern. However, we didn't distrust Civis. I think the question that came up about Civis is that the only bank in Rogersville? And the answer was no. So
Hmm. Thank you, Lady Pants. Oh, yes, let me share the link again. And no, you don't have to be a creator to come up on here, by the way. I saw that earlier in the chat. You can come up here if you're not a creator, too. I mean, you guys are all invested in it, too. Not just creators, but everyone watching, everyone supporting with their time, with their money, all of that. You're all welcome.
what I find interesting is that I have announced the public Discord a few times now. And I haven't received one question about this alleged scam.
Hmm.
Not one. Not one. I mean, so many people have joined and they all just sit in there and take screenshots, which we all expected. We even post in parentheses, smile for the screenshot and all that. But, um, not one person has really came in there with a question along the lines of all of these slanderous allegations that's been put out on whoever supported. Not one. Which is very disappointing because apparently so many people feel passionately, and when given the opportunity, the space and opportunities to ask somebody directly involved, like how you've opened your platform up tonight, nobody's willing. So
Yeah, as we see, everyone else planned different lives instead. Lastly, Q has detailed posts and videos of her page concerning these things. Please check it out. Thanks. Thank you, lady.
Yeah, last I saw, I did see the video of her showing the receipt of the wire transfer.
No, I can't tell Don who to talk to and not to talk to, and I've never done that.
He wouldn't listen anyway.
Yeah, he would never, like, for everyone who was saying, like, I controlled Don, I kept Don on the leash, I had him in a basement, or what the fuck ever was being said is just not true. And the reason why he started talking now was because he is actually concerned about now doing the Dr. Phil and so many more people. That's actually one of the things we talked about, is he wasn't ready for the mainstream media yet, because it was going to bring a lot more hate on like a bigger scale.
Twin Cities Citizen says, true crime commentary, I don't think people have issue with you. It seems like people have issues with whoever actually has the funds. I would just respectfully disagree with that. It does seem to me like people have an issue with my involvement, and that's unfortunate. But and then somebody else asked, okay, Justice for All says, show us with 1 billion exclamation points. If you can't, there is no questions to ask. I'm not the person to be able to show you. I've never seen the books myself, but I do know that on the 7th, the PayPal funds should be transferred to Civis. And then at the end of the month, the remaining, I believe, about 3,000 should be transferred from the Super Chats. So that's what I know about that. Other than that, I don't have access to the books. I've never seen the books. Nothing. So, I mean, but that's all I don't know. That's a question for Q. And I know that if she's approached respectfully, I'm pretty sure you'll be met with whatever respect you brought. So
Everyone's been bashed. I told you I'm wearing my
Special Spill says, true crime commentary, don't you wonder why you haven't seen it? I know the answer to that. I haven't asked to see the books. So that's why I haven't seen it.
Hey, Daylin. Love you. Absolutely, Mary T has made his own veggies out of lie in it.
I don't have any receipts to show. I don't. I hosted twice, and I tried to make it to as many panels as I could. However, I couldn't make it to all of them. I do have responsibilities outside of YouTube that I couldn't make it for. So I tried. I really did. I even whelped a litter of puppies during one of the marathon lives. So that was interesting. But I did try to make it as much as I could, because when you're live for like 12 plus hours, it benefits to have more personalities on the panel to bounce conversation off of. So it was really helpful to have 3 or 4 people up there at a time.
Hi, Tennessee Shine.
Hi.
How you feeling about this? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I think they've done an amazing job. I think it's crazy how people just distort and turn everything to something bad and negative. And like when you guys done the thing and we watched Mr. Share put you guys put the check in the thing and sent it, and they were just like still harping like, and I was telling them over there, I was like, give it time. I mean, it ain't like, you can snap your fingers and it's going to be there. I mean, people get on there and was screaming they want their money back and stuff. And I just thought that was wrong, period.
Yeah.
But I have on your live earlier today about summer, like the questions, I might be able to clear like a little bit of that up, that what I think might be with the time frame and everything, like with the 911 caller and stuff, about the 7 p.m. and everything.
Oh, are you talking to me or Cher?
Share.
Okay.
But say that again.
On the on the Wells's time frame, like on the
Oh gosh,
about the 7 and the 911 call and all that. Like
Girl.
here in these rural areas, like if you call 911, it's not like it is in other cities, other bigger places and stuff. Like
No,
we
I
don't
get that, but you
have.
can't call 911 30 minutes before your child was missing. Like the last sighting was at 7 p.m., but 911 was called at 6:29. I'm sorry,
Right.
but it doesn't add up. And you guys, I don't give a shit what's going down on Ziggy's channel, so please stop mentioning her channel because I don't care. She's welcome to come on here, clear up whatever she wants to or not. I don't care if her channel is blowing up with drama or not because, like, hello, like she invited it there, so let her. Cause I'm telling you, half these people go to bed at night like, what the hell am I doing talking to these people? Because it's not fun. It's draining. So yeah, I mean, y'all have seen me. You saw how I looked then and you watched me decline and now look at me now. That's all I'm saying. I feel better. So
Yeah.
There are quite a few questions in chat if I can address them.
absolutely.
Melinda says, Penny, all throughout the live, did Q give updates on how much was made? Yes, there was updates every few hours. Yes. Why would you back 100% if you have not seen the books, Penny? Demand they get shown to those that donated. I see what you mean, and I understand that question. I don't know. I guess probably just because I didn't have any reason to ever think anything nefarious was going. This is a very public fundraiser, and I just don't think it would be very smart for anybody to try to scam someone in the public eye. I just common sense probably prevailed, and I mean, just nothing ever gave me red flags about Q. I know that there are certain creators harping on the fact that she is part of an MLM, which is not an MLM, according to the person being accused of it. And that's supposed to, I guess, give people pause. I mean, there's a lot of people who do end up in multi-level marketing because it suits their lifestyle, and I don't think that that's any reason to alienate somebody because of how they choose to have an additional stream of income. That doesn't mean that they're a scam artist. I do think that people should voice their concerns if they do have them. However, they should withhold the all of the accusations and slander and things like that about somebody until after the time has passed and their claims are unproven. So, that's just my opinion.
Oh, we got lovely.
Yeah, there's a difference between asking a legitimate question, raising concern, and flat out accusing somebody.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
I
on
hear Cher in the background.
Hey, lovely.
Hi.
What are you thinking about all this mess?
I think that it has come to a point where everybody is just attacking everybody, and that's not how it should be. We all should come together for summer because that's the main person we came together for. And I think Don got exactly what he wanted, that fame he wanted. He wanted to be in the spotlight. He's the only one that wants to be in the spotlight. And poor Summer somehow got put on the back burner for this.
Really
Yeah.
quick, whoever said Ziggy would come up, C12, you can tell Ziggy Benny is not on here tonight, and that if Ziggy comes up on here, I will have everyone exit the studio, and it'll be me and Ziggy, and that's it. And Mr. Fair's here in the background, but
I'm always lurking.
so if she wants to do that, she can go right back to a live right after. But no, it's not a setup. I wouldn't do that to her. You know, I made it very public. It's not a setup, and I want everyone to treat her kindly. Even if she does come up here, I don't want her bashed or anything like that either. So,
And one thing about the fundraiser, I know there is different avenues they could have went by. They could have had the money go straight to Civic Bank, donated to them, and all of this animosity between people could have been avoided.
yes, I
I'm
was wondering that too. Like, why didn't they just do the marathon, but only share the link to donate directly to them? That's another thing too. I didn't understand everyone's PayPal's and Cash Apps getting involved on multiple platforms. It was too much.
right,
Well,
right.
you mean why wouldn't they share the link to donate directly to
To the
Civis?
reward fund,
Right.
Churchill
To the
Rescue
reward
Squad,
fund.
because
Well, I
that's where
mean,
it
Yes.
all
I
ends
guess.
up.
Well, Q had this merch in her store for a long time. A long time. And it was always meant to go to Summer's Reward Fund. It wasn't until I think Scott had the idea to stay up with John and get it to
So she
500.
was
So
selling
whenever,
Summer Wells merch before the fundraiser thing? Is that what you're saying to me?
yeah, I
That's a
believe
problem
so.
too. Well, that's a
No, it's
problem then.
not. It was always meant to go to the reward fund, though.
But
It was always.
I'd like to
But
see
okay,
the merch from however long she's been selling Summer Wells thing. I would like to see a receipt then that all of that merch, that profit from that merch for the entire time, not just for the reward fund then, has been donated to the reward fund then. I was unaware she was doing it the entire time and thought it was only like a week-long thing she had in her shop. So you see, now there's even more proof we're gonna need because apparently she's had a merch
Yeah,
shop.
so that is,
So
again,
that's a
definitely a
problem.
question for Q, but I do believe she.
well, Tiffany, I'm not saying anything, that you did anything wrong, but I feel like you were put in the middle of it and you got caught in a bad situation. But
On.
if she had a merch store, she could have done that separate, but she would have to show what she is taking in and what goes to the bank.
Yep, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that will all be, I think it'll all be okay.
So she's been selling Summer Wells merch since June. So basically since the beginning, huh? So cute.
Is it since June? Who says it's since June? Because I
Somebody
don't
said since
know
June.
that for sure. I
So
didn't
yeah,
know
we're gonna
Q
have to
in
find
June.
out how long she's been doing the merch with Summer Wells that supposedly it's supposed to be going to the fundraiser reward. I thought she only had merch for like a week and that was it. I had no idea it was longer than that. And to me, yeah, you should
Do
always
you have her email?
no. No.
Okay, I can private chat you her email so you can ask her.
Mine's public too, and she hasn't tried. I made it very public yesterday and today. Yeah, I'd definitely like to hear from her because she was. It seems as though she was really the face of this all.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know that. I don't.
Which I'm
I
not
really don't
saying
know.
which I'm not saying that you had anything to do with it, Tiffany. Like I said, you were caught in the middle of it, and now you up here having to defend yourself for something you had nothing really to do with. But if you look at it at the other side, there is ways where you can do it legally and not have people question you.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely, before everybody goes wild with any of that, I would probably just ask you directly. True Crime Insanity with KC says, Penny tells Cher that not all of you collected the money, just Q did. I mean, did that need clarification?
Yeah, because I actually had seen where people use their own platforms and they were getting super chats and stuff. So yeah, it was on multiple platforms.
I hosted the marathon twice, I think maybe a little under 4 hours collectively. And I stated that none of these super chats, do not super chat, do not super chat. It's not going there because that would just confuse things more. I stated that. And I put it in the description. And
maybe you did, but I saw others that did not do that. So
yeah, I mean, I heard that too. I don't know, and I would assume you're talking about Scott because
no, I'm talking
John.
about no. It was multiple people. Not it was multiple people. I'll leave it at that. I mean, I was watching some of it and watched people super chat and whatever. So, oh, absolutely, monetized channels were getting super chats on the marathon event. Yes, and to my knowledge, it was all supposed to be going towards fundraiser on everybody's platform for that week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there
I
was
did
more
hear.
creators who did host. I don't know. There was other creators that hosted. I don't know if super chats were taken in. I don't know.
I did hear when I was listening and kind of, in there when y'all did the fundraiser. I did hear that part about the super chats that they were not to donate to the super chats, but go donate to the fundraiser. And but they said that the super chats were supposed to go to the Somerville's fund.
Amy Dawn, thank you. Yes, I'm telling you, there's $14,200 missing in this equation. I did the damn math. Now here we go. She already sent in $17,000. Okay. Now she raised $34,000, 200 and some change. So 17,000 gone. Baby, what's that leave out of 34,000? 17.
Another 17.
Okay, so another 17,000. Okay, YouTube is holding 3,000. She said. Okay, so PayPal is then withholding another $14,000 then, because that's what equals the 34,000. Even if I'm off by 1 or 2,000, it's still 10.
I don't know.
Like
32
12.
was what I thought was the end, but
Even
I don't.
then,
I'm
so
not
then
sure.
so that means that there's $11,000 missing then in the equation. You see what I'm saying? Even if I'm off by $2,000 here, there's still anywhere between $11,000 to $13,000 to $14,000 missing. Hello, like I'm doing the math, and PayPal. From my Googling, if everyone Googles, when does PayPal hold money? Because I actually used to run a business and get my payments through PayPal. I've gotten a lot of PayPal payments. I've never had anything held before. I could see where maybe they are holding it, but from my research, they only hold it if a lot of people were requesting donations, they could withhold it. But yeah, I haven't really seen that before. But I'm telling you, if you guys do the math, that means then we should be seeing PayPal releasing, and she said by November 7th, there's going to be...
PayPal November 7th, and then
Okay,
Super Chat at the end of the month.
So by November 7th, then we should be seeing PayPal release somewhere between $11,000 and $14,000. Because that's what's missing. Because $3,000, she said $2,800 to be exact on YouTube, and she rounded up to $3,000. So we'll do that. And she clearly said on that video that she wasn't going to mess around with what YouTube takes, and she was going to take out her own pocket to make it up for the super chat. So she was going to do the whole 3,000 and don't worry about what YouTube takes. She was going to cover it out of her own pocket. So then
Where did you guys hear 34 from though?
Oh, it's been emailed a shit ton of times. $34,274, I believe, was like the exact number. I have to go back through my email, but it was over 34. It was 34,200 and something. But even if that's wrong, okay, if we're off by $2,000 or $3,000, okay, Penny, that still is. I'm saying we are still missing. Then deduct another 3,000 from the 17,000. Then we're still missing how much? $12,000.
I don't know. You have to ask Q. I
Oh, I
don't
know,
know.
because I know how to do math. I even use the calculator, so like, I mean, it's not adding up. So I'm curious to see what gets released in the next 2 days from the PayPal, because I'm expecting it to be, like I said, so there's $17,000. She sent in 17. Okay, let's go with $31,000. Okay, let's say she made $31,000. She sent 15 off or 17 off. We'll even say she made $30,000. She shipped off 17. YouTube's holding 3. So PayPal better be releasing what? $10,000, right?
So Autumn Love says 32, 134. Okay.
On
You see?
PayPal, if anyone, like if there was a bunch of chargebacks or if people was complaining or send anything in, PayPal will hold it even longer, because I used to do PayPal with
Yeah, but
like
do you see my
the
thing, though?
bingo groups.
But you shouldn't be going around bragging that you've raised this much and the reward fund is this much, but then
Right.
you have 100 people requesting donations, and then you're going to deduct that. Well, these people requested donations, so now we only have blah 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 amount. But you already went and screamed off of mountaintops that you have this much. So now people are expecting that much.
Yeah.
Whether there was people refunding or not, that's not what people care about when they hear it. They want to see
May
that
I
full amount. That's
may
Have they
I
been
address
at-
someone in your chat, Share?
Have they?
Pac-Man says we can't ask Q. She sent Penny to deflect for her. Nobody sent me here. I didn't ask for anybody's permission to come here. I came here because I respected that Cher was giving an open platform to everybody involved, and I really would have liked to see more people show up. However, that's not the case. So here I am. Nobody sent me. I asked for no one's permission, and I highly doubt Q wants me speaking for her. So you can just
Well, I understand that, Penny. I mean,
Yeah.
I fully understand that.
And a lot of people must not know you, Penny, because if they listen to you, they know you're a straight shooter. You don't. I mean, you don't uphold people no matter what they're. Because I've listened to you, and I know that's. You
well,
don't.
thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why in the I don't expect anybody to speak for me, and I definitely wouldn't try to speak for somebody else. I can tell you what I know and nothing more. So whatever that means to anybody, you can clip it and mix it however you want, but I'm saying what I'm saying, period.
Yep.
And I mean, I feel for you, Penny, because you're right stuck in the middle of all of this mess, and you're trying to defend yourself as best as you can, while Q is not woman enough to come up here and straighten this mess out.
I don't agree with the assessment that she's not woman enough. I feel like she's done the explaining she feels like she needs to do in until, I mean, there's nothing that will shut the naysayers up until the money hits the bank, and I think that's probably what we're all just waiting on.
Yeah, and that's people need to give it a little time, and I mean, give her a little bit of time, because I remember like they just took Sharon Mark to the cleaners buddy over that money, and I mean they put money out of their own pocket, and everybody was flipping out. I was like, man, give it time. It ain't like it's just gonna overnight be there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's going to take, I mean, especially that much money, it's going to take a little bit. And like I said, if they have a lot of people that's went to PayPal and grabbed, they will shut her PayPal down. And when they do, that money will be held for 6 months. I lost 2 PayPal accounts, and they held it for 6 months, both accounts.
Well, she said that it's going to be released on November 7th. So that's
right. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's the preliminary that they'll do. But if anyone, hopefully no one hasn't been writing PayPal and complaining and stuff, because if they do, they'll freeze that account. Period.
Because
which, I mean, she would have the proof. She would have a proof, because I mean they'll send you a thing saying, "Hey, your account is under lockdown. You won't be able to do a lot of. I mean, you can't send money except, or people can send you money, but you can't send out money, and it's 6 months. It's 6 months to the exact day that they'll give you your money back. if no one don't. Because if anyone complains, like they hold that PayPal money and then they'll send it back to the people that sent it if they get on there and go to PayPal and complain.
Mm.
Yeah, PayPal.
But you
I
know
wouldn't
what?
use PayPal, period.
My PayPal, every time there is some money coming in or money going out, they show that on my email because you have to give your email.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
you should have some kind of email, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah,
said
that-
if she sells the money that it's on hold or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
when it's that large amount, they will anyway. Period.
Right.
I mean, PayPal's.
Who did that?
And they want their cut,
Who
too.
sold sweatpants with Summer's face on the crotch?
Oh my god.
That
Oh,
is
God.
I
wild.
got sweatpants, but
Not
the
this
face
Mark.
wasn't on the crotch.
Yeah.
They were on the leg.
I do appreciate you coming up here and talking, Penny.
Well,
I
yeah. I mean,
appreciate you, Penny.
thank you. Thank you for your support. I've sat in chats where I've been completely bashed and I've asked for links and was denied links and not given the opportunity to at least one, defend myself, but two, explain things from my understanding. So I certainly do appreciate at least the opportunity. I do appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's only fair also, especially if they're going to go
Right.
on somewhere and talk about you, they need to let you,
Yeah.
let you up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like when people
Right.
do that either.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a huge
That
thing about
happened
me.
to
Like
her,
if I
yeah.
already know that your name is gonna be in my mouth, I'll drop you a damn link. That's for damn sure
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's just that I don't like it whenever people sit here and bash people but refuse them the opportunity to speak for themselves. I don't like that at all. So I mean, even whenever Scott was questioning Cam about, the whole waiver thing, and Cam was right there in chat, I felt like he should be afforded the opportunity to
Mhm.
speak. But that's just my opinion. Everybody runs their platforms differently, and I can respect that. So you definitely, as a creator, you have your own platform to be able to go and speak your piece. But the problem with that is it's not fair because you should be able to address the person speaking about you directly.
That's right. Like you're talking face to face to them.
mhm.
If anyone like Penny, I watched her live the other night, and a lot of these questions was addressed. If anyone wants to go over there, I don't remember what was it, like 2 nights ago, maybe, Penny. It was the night that the doctor was crying.
Yeah.
Latina, yeah. That night, if a lot of these questions was answered, like even Q was up there and everything, and they was trying to discuss it and try to explain. If people wanted to go listen, I did listen to that the other night live and stuff, and so I know there's a lot of information on that live. If anyone,
Well,
There's only certain places they let you put pictures on when you make the merch too, also, by the way. Ladies, I'm going to ask if y'all will hop off for a few minutes because I'm going to see
Sure.
if Ziggy wants to come on. I don't want her to feel like she would be attacked, but I'm going to leave the panel open for a few and see if
Okay.
she wants to pop on or anyone else feels more comfortable popping on one-on-one for a little bit.
Okay, sure, no problem.
All right.
Bye.
All right, thank you, Chair.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
having me.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I'll open it back up in a little bit too. I don't think that they'll come on, but should Penny, should Ziggy want to speak like adults, just one-on-one, I would be down for that. And I would be nice and I would be kind. If she is, I will treat her how she treats me.
There you go. Yeah, I've been reading the chat, and a lot of people are making some good points, and I just want to reiterate, like, knowing from personal experience, like what we did was on the level, but I got told that people were telling me that the police were going to come and arrest me, that I was a scammer, that I was a criminal. like all kinds of shit. And what I did was completely above board. Now, I was always planning to show how much we made and all of that. I was going to do that anyway, but I was kind of forced to shut people up. And I know Q probably doesn't want to do that because it's a pain in the ass. But with this amount of money, I think she should.
It should be expected no matter how much more money, but for sure, when it reaches $10,000.
Yeah.
Legally over $10,000 is what the attorney told me. Has to be made public and documented.
Yeah, I mean, you can edit out your name and your account number and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they're
But,
gonna have
like,
to
show how much money came into your Cash App during that time, how much merch you sold during that time. Actually, how much merch she sold the whole time she was doing it for summer.
And they're gonna have to have something, because the other thing too that I was told is when it comes time for filing this on taxes, because they were getting it in, it was over, I think it's $5,000 in the States. Like you can make up to like 5 or is it 10,000 and not claim it on taxes. But anyways, it's over $30,000, and that's gonna have to be addressed with the IRS. So.
Well, Pepin Triggered says she wants to do it. She wants to do it when she has everything and do it all at once. Yeah, well, that'd be fine.
That makes sense too.
Yeah, I'm not accusing her. I'm not saying I think she's hiding anything. Nothing like that. I'm just saying I think with this dollar amount, it should be expected that you should show how much you actually brought in. Because to say we raised $32,000 or whatever, how do we know it wasn't 36?
Right.
Like without showing how much actually came in with all, especially because it was more than one place. It was PayPal, Cash App, merch store, super chats, and I don't know if there's anything else.
Chrissy G, do you talk to Sloan? Can you tell him I love him? I don't know how you keep that chat, man. That chat was wild and earlier with that Jamie Lynn Spears. Like almost 3,000 people in there, I think.
Yeah, we Scottish moth. It's the nature of this. Well, it's the nature of the internet. People just love to be shitty to each other. But in true crime, it's like we don't ever see someone do something good and accept it. We're always wondering what's the ulterior motive. We're looking for something bad within the good, always. And I'm not saying I think there's anything bad at all. The only thing curious to me is how everyone who was involved is like at each other's throats now. And why Chase is getting shit on is beyond me. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I can't fully understand that one either. But again, like Penny was saying, I wish more people took part in this tonight so that we could get a better understanding. And I see what some of you guys are saying. They're not trying to attack Hugh CARLOCK, but she is the face of this, so people have a lot of questions. It's a lot of money, so they are, what do you call it? Not emotional about it, but like people want answers. And so, yeah, but yeah, mods, please, if you could try like saying your opinions without it sounding like bashing another creator, Hugh CARLOCK or anyone. Please and thank you. I only ever time people out. No, yeah, I've blocked a couple people tonight and timed out one person. And plus, if the mods, I trust the mods anyways. I know you guys let them have open opinions, but if they're nasty, and I said it already at the beginning of this, if you come aggressive right away or nasty right away, you're gonna get blocked. Like I told my mods to do that. Come with respect on what you're gonna say. We can disagree. That's welcome, but don't come in here automatically aggressive. It's not welcome tonight. Not welcome anytime, but we're really trying to be adults in here tonight.
That was interesting. Where did that go? True crime commentary. You're talking about, I think it's called Schadenfreude, and it's in our human nature. We do like to see other people fail more than we like to see them succeed. It's just something, the competitiveness of the human race, something imprinted in our DNA. I don't know what it is, but we enjoy it. Like, reality TV and America's Funniest Home Videos, when people fall, like, we enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something in us. It's something very bad in all of us. We like to see people fail, fall, get hurt.
A little bit of it. I mean, let's be honest. We want to say, I'm just being honest here, like, haha, I told you so. Like, things like that we kind of already have in our head, right? Like, I don't want to say, haha, I told you so, but I did call this mess at the very beginning of this. And mess. They're a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like we like to, I think that's why comedies are, like, stand-up comics and stuff, are so good, because, we're laughing at them. So it's like, in a way, we feel superior to them. I think that's what it really boils down to, is a feeling of we're better than this person who fell.
I know about raffle money and gift cards. That's news to me, too. So, again, you see, like, now there's all these rumors. Like, is that true? I don't know. I didn't hear about that before. Is that true? Can we prove that? So, again, there's even more. We don't know, Melissa. Probably not.
Apparently, she said she would talk to you. I don't know if that. I think she's live right now, though, so I doubt she'll stop her live and come over. But
Well, then I guess she misses the opportunity. I don't know how nice I'll feel after this.
well, Ziggy wasn't involved in that.
Yes, she was.
Was she?
Stop. She bashed me every day.
No, that's not what I was asking you.
Yes, part of the fundraiser.
Oh, she wasn't on the fundraiser. I didn't even know who all was doing it. So.
That's another problem. Not everybody does know who all is involved in it. Who all took part. Who all offered their platforms. Who all, I've had several people say they donated, but I don't even know, like, is that true? Like, they're like, we donated, but I'm afraid to request a refund. I heard people were telling everyone go request refunds by the groups of people or whatever, which is kind of bullshit, you guys. And I believe that happened because y'all do it with live streams. Oh, everyone go thumbs down this or go report at the same time. And if y'all did that with refunds on a charity, whoever said that shouldn't be allowed, I agree with. I think if you make a charity donation, you should not be allowed to refund it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't think anyone should be asking for refunds.
Yeah.
You're only worrying about it because people started spitting negativity when there was no reason for it. I mean, she hasn't shown all the money coming into her different accounts and apps and whatnot. Not yet, anyway. I hope she does, and I think she should. But there's no reason not to trust her at this point. If she says all the money's been donated and she never shows how much they actually made, then I can see people saying, okay, wait, no, I want to see how much you actually raised.
Yeah, that's cool. We don't care if he's on Doug's channel. What's your point?
He bounces from channel to channel.
Yeah. And congratulations, I guess.
And who called that? When we stopped talking to Don, right after that, I called it. I said, you watch, you're going to see Don on a bunch of other channels.
I talked to Don today.
And he's not even going to be saying anything new.
Yeah, and he hasn't. He's taking everyone for a ride, which he's wanted to do for a long time, and I tried to stop, but he's having a field day with this.
Oh, yeah,
And
he
I
loves
actually
it.
think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious, too, because I know exactly what we talked about.
But I find it hilarious that so many of the people that were bashing Cher for having him on are now the ones having Don. It's like all of a sudden it's okay now. So I wonder if they're getting all those shitty comments about being an SA supporter and all this shit. They shouldn't be, because that's stupid, but
You know,
we did.
keeping Don talking and Candace talking is the key. It doesn't matter who they're talking to. They're still talking. That's a plus out of all this, right? They didn't just cover up and hide like they talked about doing. They're talking, and that's the key. Keep them talking. Whether it's Doug, AB, Tiffany Marie, I don't care who, the Pope, whatever. I don't care. Juanita at this point. I don't give a shit. Keep them talking.
Yeah, maybe will slip.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Or maybe they won't slip. Maybe they actually had nothing to do with it.
The thing is I know exactly what they're doing, right? Because I mean, we've been there before, and I think I actually did try because Mr. Share made me see another way. I think they're going into this already. We all know, just like they said, I'm a flip flopper, right? Well, everyone also flip flops. So not only are they hypocrites, they flip flop too. Because now they're being nice to them, they're being friends, they're acting like buddies, and yeah, I've seen the text messages and screenshots of Doug and that making fun with me with Don. You think Don doesn't talk to me or show me things still? Like, hello.
Yeah, special spills, you got a point. But like me, I waited until I actually got the money and sent the money before I showed everything. So maybe that's what he's planning to do too.
Could be. My honey is always way too nice and way too I'm way more skeptical.
Oh, I'm skeptical, but I keep it in check. Like the only thing that really made me skeptical is all the infighting that happened. It made me wonder, like, if they can't trust each other, how are we supposed to trust them?
Right.
So still give the benefit of the doubt, and we'll just see what happens, you know, once the 7th rolls around or whatever and the money's cleared, once it's all deposited, if she shows how much they actually brought in, then great.
That wasn't weird, Melissa. They met up. I knew about it behind the scenes, and he invested a lot of time and stuff. He had the opportunity to go and do that. Anybody would if they had that opportunity. Anybody. AB, Doug, Ziggy.
Oh, if we could have gone down there and interviewed Don personally, we would have.
Yeah. So Benny had the opportunity, and he did so. I don't know if that's really her or not. Is that the same picture as before?
I think so.
Okay, well, if it's not, is that really you, Penny?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're paranoid about the flashers.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I totally understand that. There's still a lot of questions in chat, and it's just so much better to speak instead of be limited to a certain amount of characters. I absolutely hate that. But somebody said that, hold on, I would have to scroll back, but it was like, it was like, okay, there it is. Fundraiser creators, Scott H, John Q, CARLOCK, and TCC. I did not create the fundraiser. I did not create the marathon. I supported it wholeheartedly. There is a difference. So just, put things, you have to put things into context. I didn't create it, but I wholeheartedly supported it. Then there was another one that says, did Jody Sue get money from the fundraiser? There was a shirt, or was it a shirt or a hoodie? I don't know. There was a domestic violence shirt or hoodie created to support Jody Sue. Jody Sue did not want, it took some coaxing for her to agree to put her initials on it. JSS was for Jody Sue Strong. And then the only way that she and Q worked that out was for if half of it went to Summer's Reward Fund and half of it went to her. So I believe Q did show receipts on that, and I'm pretty sure she did. And half of what was collected through that merch was sent to Jody Sue. I do understand that Jody Sue claims that that's not all. However, that's the day that Q sent her that, she discontinued that line because of all of the accusations that Jody Sue has made regarding everybody who's tried to help her. Q just wanted nothing more to do with her and did not want to continue having her initials or hashtag on that line. However, the domestic violence support is still in the store, I believe. So.
True Purpose got the t-shirt. Nice.
Yeah, I actually got 3 hoodies
Raffle.
and a pair of sweatpants, and they're actually really good quality. So I'm very happy with my purchase. I know that some people say the picture placement is off, but for my sweatpants, Summer's face is on my left leg. So I mean, mine were okay.
Praying for Jody Sue. Oh, is she in the hospital right now? Sorry to hear that. Hope she's okay.
Oh, also somebody asked about the raffling of her t-shirt. So Jody Sue offered to raffle up the shirt or the tank top that she was wearing when she was searching for Summer.
Wait, what? I don't like that. I'm sorry, that's weird. She is not
It's a little
it's weird.
It did feel kind
If
of
y'all
like,
could see my poker face right now, that's weird. Like if I saw that shit happening, I would be, that's
yeah.
okay.
I
That's
understand the gesture.
weird.
I understand the gesture that, I mean, it was her idea, and
That's not okay. No, that's.
she also offered to autograph it.
Oh, please stop. No, I can't hear anymore. No.
But at the same time, listen though, at the same time,
I'm not going to say anything nice if this continues about what she's done.
Okay, so there was she offered to raffle it. So there was a question in chat about Jody Sue wants to know who won the raffle. I don't know. I don't know who won the raffle. I don't know how much her shirt went for.
Of her sweaty tank top. Did she really was going to autograph her sweaty tank top? No, she did. She did that. Who is she?
Know.
She is not Angelina Jolie. Nobody wants that. That is not okay with me. I'm sorry, but no, not that it's gross. No, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about her. She's not well.
Well, I would just like to address the money part of it. Opinions aside, yes, it was odd, but I understood the gesture she was giving. I don't know, but I don't know who won the raffle. I do believe that on one of the live streams, it was announced who won it. I don't know how much it went for. And as far as I know, Chase was going to go pick it up and mail it to Q. However, she really started dragging Chase through the mud, and he just decided to just cut all ties, that she's perfectly capable of driving, and she could mail it to Q herself. So that would be on her to get her tank top in the mail to whoever won her autographed tank top.
I'm sorry, I can't. I heard what you're saying, but I can't. As soon as you said her tank top, I just.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so she was sitting there and she was like, "Hey, do you want my tank top? I'll sign it for you."
Yeah, it was just an idea that she had, and I was like, "Well, yeah, I'll ask you." And somebody wanted it, so.
The tank top she was searching for Summer wearing. That's even more fucked up.
I wish I didn't hear that, but I heard that.
I did several times.
Wants to buy some
Quite often, actually, I withheld my own judgment and opinion, talking to her, listening to her. And I just tried to compartmentalize somebody who needed help versus, Summer's neighbor. Like I said, 93% of the conversation I feel like was about her and her situation, and all of her concerns for herself, considering her domestic violence situation. Huh?
They raffled it for $75 for tank top.
I don't know. I don't know how much it went for, and I don't know who won it. I don't know. I wasn't present for every single live, and I never asked. I never asked who won Jody Sue's Searching for Summer tank top.
Well, I'm asking tomorrow. I'm setting up a live dedicated to that. Who won Jody Sue's sweaty tank? I want to know.
I thought that's what what's the name was talking about.
Oh, you're wearing the sweaty tank top.
I think it was a SpongeBob tank top too. She sent me a picture of what it looks like.
I mean, she wanted the money to go to the reward fund. I mean, okay, but no, still,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be all the way real and
yeah.
say it's disgusting. Sorry.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand the gesture. But I mean, no, this is my first time ever getting this deeply involved into cases, and like I said, I'll never do it again. But it was a little odd, but I understood the gesture. I did. I understood she wanted that money to go to Summer's reward fund. So I was just like, if somebody goes for that, I'll ask you about it, sure. And somebody did. So,
Well,
but it's completely on her to get it in the mailbox and sent to Q. Like, that's 100% on her, because after all the shit that she accused Chase of, even stalking her, knowing damn well that those people were there by her request to go and watch over her, because she was thinking that people were stalking her, and Chase got his guys to watch over her all night long, and they didn't sleep. No, Chase, he feels just as burnt and betrayed. And that's how we feel. Everybody who, Camille, another person who I won't name, Scott, Chase, Q, everybody who bent over, Ginger Snap, who bent over backwards for her, only for her to turn around and say that she didn't get enough money, or there's missing gift cards. I'm sorry that Chase only received, and he sent everything that comes. If ever in the future somebody wants to send something to Jody Sue, send it to her personal address, because Chase will return it right back to you. He wants nothing to do with her at all.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Just I can't even wrap my mind around it, for somebody who seems to be so afraid and needs so much help. And she had a platform to speak on. She had people in chat supporting her. Not a bad word was able to be said about her on our platforms. We had the hashtag going. Everybody supported her. Q had merch set up to help support her financially. And I get what people say, like, why would you support a suspect? And I think that probably we might have been a little naive in that, at least for myself, because in talking to her, I didn't really consider her a suspect. And that's my bad. That should have been forefront in my mind all the time. But I just, I heard her, like, I guess I compartmentalized her as somebody who just has been through hell and needed help. And that's what we tried to do. And there were so many warnings. Scott seen it before I did. Chase seen it before I did. Squall Tit tried to warn us. And I don't know, you know, I spent so many days for the better part of a month putting her need to talk to somebody first, especially whenever somebody tells you that their medication is, you know, giving them thoughts of self-harm. That's not something you ignore. You kind of drop everything and you just kind of want to talk to somebody until they feel better, I guess. And that's what we did. And it wasn't ever just me. There was 2 other people who talked to her on a regular basis because she had a lot to say. And a lot of it was in circles or repetitive, but it's all we could do was to listen. And that's what we did. But as soon as Scott dropped those names on Ben Hill, and one of our people asked her about what she meant in regards to fresh babies, that was it. That was it. First, it was Scott mentioning names on Ben Hill. And then after that, somebody asked her about what she meant about fresh babies. And she was like, fuck this. And we were like, okay, well, okay. But I don't know.
Hell.
So Foxy Doxy says, Penny, stop bashing victims. You all used her as a scapegoat. Grab the link. The panel is open. Come up.
Oh, Jody said she was asked to do that. Yeah, because that's a weird thing to just do. I bet someone did ask her that.
What was asked?
For her to do that with her shirt. I bet someone did ask her that. That's a weird thing to just come up with.
No, no, I won't say anything that I cannot prove.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, except the newborn. Oh my, who doesn't love the smell of the newborn?
Oh, that's a thing.
Oh my God.
No, yeah, that's a thing. I mean, we used to call it, yeah, that's a thing. Baby sniffs are a thing. That new baby smell. Yeah, I totally get that.
And all of those videos where apparently she was asking about, or she was talking about kids and harming kids, and I didn't listen to those. They were obtained from her Facebook without her permission. They were something that only her friends would be able to see. I was not in favor of displaying them. In fact, the night that Tiffany aired them on her YouTube, I left Tiffany's Discord because I did not agree with it. I mean, it turned everybody from like justice for Jody Sue to what the hell does she mean she would push the neighbor's kids off a cliff? And she was like, you know, why are they supporting a suspect? Why are they doing this for a suspect? And, you know, this, that, and the other. And that all came right along with the marathon, the fundraiser bashing, all of it. It all came together. It's no coincidence. And but yeah, so, you know, and I still haven't watched it. And I even asked people, I'm like, is that something that I really need to go watch? Or is it gonna give you any answers? That's what I want to know, because I didn't have the energy to give any more time to that. So I was like, is that something that is gonna help, or is it just gonna create, you know, drama, or what? And you know, I got a mixed reaction. Oh, definitely, you need to go hear that. She's talking about killing kids, and then some people were like, no.
Hold on, Penny. Jody Sue, I'm sorry if that is happening. And I put the link. Someone said you may be in the hospital, but if you want to come up here, I will ask that people leave the panel so you don't feel like you're bombarded. If not, that's okay too. But no, your children should not be getting attacked. That's messed up.
Hi, Libby. How are
Yeah, and
you?
that's another thing. I did see where she was saying that her children are attacked. And that is, I don't know who's attacking her children. I do know that people have expressed concern how her children are being affected with her extreme paranoia, how that's affecting them. That's the only time I've ever seen anybody mention her children. That's it.
Jody Sue, last we heard, I haven't heard TBI rule anyone out as a suspect yet. They said everyone is still a suspect. So if they confirm today, maybe they'll put something out within the next couple days and to say that you've been confirmed not a suspect or something. Not sure, but that's great if they told you that. That's great. Libby, how are you feeling about all this? Welcome, by the way.
Hey, so just on a funny note, I've been here almost the whole time, and I was commenting in the chat. Could anyone see me? Because I don't think,
No.
because literally no one said anything. So I started to think, I wonder if at some point I was hidden by a mod in the past. Does it?
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
feel
you
like
could
that?
come up. It could be.
Because I was like, hello, can anyone see? And I like offered to come up and tell about the super chats like 4 times. And I was like, this is the last time I'm going to say it.
Oh shit! Sorry, I
Anyway.
went through and tried to unblock people too, so they could come up tonight. But yeah, I didn't even. No, I didn't.
Libby's a good person to be on panel. Libby, didn't you host one time?
I did.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so let's hear your side of things.
Okay, so gosh, and I hosted pretty early on, and it was kind of a pretty last minute thing. Like I was watching, well, someone else was hosting, and I said, "Hey, I'd love to host," and they were like, "Cool. Do you want to go next?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I think, Penny, you must have been taking a break at that time or whatever, but and Scott wasn't there either. It was just me and John and Q. And it was like 7.5 hours or something like that. And I know we got up to $8,000 that day, and I think it was around 1,000 that we raised during that. And some of it was in super chats, but I knew at that time that if I was going to take any of the super chats, I was going to have to make up the 30%, and I was prepared to do that. Then what happened was, and I have a screenshot of where I had the super chats, and then I checked another day and they were gone. So I emailed the person who made them because it was all from one person. And it was a total of like $400. And I was like, I'm kind of, freaking out. And I emailed Q too, because I'm like, what do I do about this? And that person was like, no, I reversed them. It's fine. I'm going to just send a check straight to the bank anyway. Don't worry about it. And I have my email from that person too. But as far as anyone else's super chats, I cannot speak to. I mean, anyone else who hosted that got super chats.
Jody Sue, I'd like you to come up here because just it's too hard to understand. But if you would come up here, I will ask other people to leave the panel, so it's just a one-on-one thing. Or if you want to contact me,
I don't think anybody's ever asked her to sign her shirt.
Or if you want to contact me privately, Jody Sue, and schedule something, or just talking privately, not even on YouTube. If you want to, I'll put my email in there also. Some people feel more comfortable talking to my husband than me also. If you feel better that way, he would be glad to talk to you also, Jody Sue. And chat with you. So you have that option as well.
Dawn, not so sweet. No, that person was not doxxed. And that actually, those super chats, Q told me, that $400 was not even included in her final total because they were super chats that weren't on, her or John's panel, is what she told me. So she was like, when and if they come through, that's when I'll add it to the total. But they never did come through because they disappeared, and I talked to the person, and that was that.
I didn't know you can cancel your super chat.
Well,
I heard that
actually,
it's really hard.
what
No,
she
I've actually
said,
tried that before. There was a whole thing with Armchair Detective, and one girl had said, I requested a refund, but somehow my card got charged twice. And I actually did the research, and I actually went to super chat him and tried to cancel my super chat or request a refund, and you cannot do that.
well, I'll show you the email. I mean, I don't have anything to hide, and I don't lie, but what she told me in the email, and I don't
Do
even,
you have a YouTube channel, Libby?
yeah,
So
what
you get super chats?
yeah. So what she told me was
So
that she
hold on, I want you
canceled.
to, you should do,
Huh?
you can request refund now?
I want to finish telling you what she told me, though, if I could. She
Yeah,
said
go
that
ahead.
she canceled her channel altogether. And so she was like, that may have been how that happened.
What? No, that would make, no.
I'm just telling you
Membership,
what they told me, and I'm telling you
yeah.
that they're not there anymore. So
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think that would cancel a payment though, so I don't think they're telling you the truth, but whatever, you know. Yeah, I don't think that would. Okay, well, if maybe members, but
no, and I didn't even have memberships then.
no
So
memberships then. Because I
no.
know when Benny had memberships and he had his channel suspended, it did suspend the membership. Like I got an email saying my memberships were suspended, and when his channel comes back, it would resume.
Yeah.
Did you get an email confirmation at all that they had requested the super chats
No.
back? Do they give you any kind of notice? No. Yeah, YouTube's kind of bad at sending notices too.
No, it
I
was
don't get on.
literally like when I go to my YouTube studio and look at monetization and look at my super chats, you know, they were all listed. And now suddenly those from that person, because there were multiple that added up to 400, are just gone.
Hmm. Well, that's weird. I never knew that. That's new too, because I know, when did I do that? Last summer. Last summer, you could not request refunds for super chats.
Yeah, I have no idea because I've never tried to request one.
Accidentally sent $500, but you meant $5. Holy shit! Yeah, so you should be able to request refunds because there could be
Oh,
accidents happen.
okay.
That is wild. They just stopped the
Thank you.
payment, yeah, and maybe
Okay.
canceled their channel. Who knows? Either way, they stopped the payments to Libby's thing, super chats. They reversed the payments. So.
And the only reason, I mean, that I asked about it was because I didn't want it to be, you know, part of the total if it wasn't there. And I wanted to make sure with the person, you know, like, I don't know what happened, but
Yeah.
it was just, you know,
Nobody's
transparency.
victimizing Jody Sue. Absolutely not. She's given a fair chance. I said I'd ask everyone to leave the panel. No, nobody's victimizing her. But, I mean, you can't auction off your tank top and offer to sign it and mail it out like you are an A-list celebrity and not have people question it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So somebody also, I know Jody Sue has addressed this before, and somebody in chat said, fake FBI agents, ? Chase used fake FBI agents. So where that is coming from is there was a woman who told us that she was card, and Jody Sue was skeptical of it. We ended up doing a background check on this person, and we didn't see anything in the background check that would end up being any sort of agency like that. So we were just like, okay, well, you know, that's super sus. And then obviously, you know, this person isn't legit. However, that person ended up sending her $500 on Facebook, which I do believe she ended up accepting. And then she also did donate to the fundraiser. It was my understanding that she wanted to help Jody Sue because she's listened to her on the marathon night after night after night, talking about her situation, and she wanted to help her. So she sent her money because I think one night on the marathon, they were like, well, how can we donate directly to Jody Sue? Because they didn't want to go through Q. And I think we had mentioned that I think I mentioned, if you want to donate to Jody Sue, but I'm not facilitating that. And then this is before Q created the Jody Sue Strong merch, the domestic violence shirt. Then I said there's an option on Facebook where you personally can find Jody Sue on Facebook and do it through Messenger. And I know from what I understand, there's been more than one person who's done that. And this person who said that she was card, don't know if she is, don't know. I wasn't able to confirm that. But she did send Jody Sue $500 on Facebook, which it's my understanding was accepted. I don't know if you can accept or decline.
No, this is so wrong. No, why did she need $500 if she was auctioning a tank top for reward fund?
I think the tank top thing came up later, but this person said that she felt bad for Jody Sue in her situation and wanted to help her. So she felt like she needed to, I don't know, donate. So she did it the way that, I wasn't comfortable with anything going from them to me to Jody Sue. So I said, if you want to donate to her, then you can find her and do it that way. But she did. And I don't know. I don't know what became of that. I know that in chat on Discord that Jody Sue was kind of freaked out by it, and she was like, what the hell? This could be a setup. This could be them trying to get me to accept money for a crime that I didn't commit. This could be a setup. And we were like, well, just send it back. Like, push it back, send it back. But then I know that at one point she was like, well, how the hell do you get this like on a debit card or a gift card or something like that? And I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. But
this is a mess, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know what became of that money. I don't know if it was accepted or
she
what.
said it was accepted and she had to take it out for the feds. So she gave the FBI that $500.
I don't know. Why would you need to do that? Like, why would you need to withdraw it to give it to the feds?
You're in here like chatting, and I'm saying like it's causing it's honestly causing more, like, your own words that you're texting. If this is really you, this is causing a lot more shit. I would love you to come on here privately. If you're worried about me getting super chats, I'll tell people, do not super chat me while you're on here. Like, honestly, like, you're in the chat saying things that are now, like, it's gonna go like wildfire now. Like, fake feds come in knocking at your door. You also, I read that wrong. Someone's gonna take that and run with it. You were sent Summer's head. Like, I'm not understanding.
What?
Like, I don't know. I read it wrong, but she's saying a lot. Fake feds coming there and whatever, and you took the $500, but you gave the $500 to the FBI and reported all this. I don't know. So you're in the chat saying a lot. I wish you would come on panel, because
I'm perfectly fine.
Reading text messages and comments and stuff is not the same as like hearing it out of your mouth, Jody Sue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it is just confusing, honestly, and I think we are misunderstanding you, which is easy to do in text. And I'll ask everyone to leave the panel if you do come up here.
And I just I would be completely fine with releasing all correspondence between Jody Sue and myself to the public. I've already got it on a screen recorded video to send over to, different people in the agencies and stuff, just because I feel like probably it's important at this point, especially with all the accusations coming from her.
Yeah.
So that's definitely in the works to do. It's a large file to send, but I'm okay releasing it to the public. My only thing with that is I never wanted to release correspondence with Jody Sue for her privacy.
But you screen recorded it.
Yeah, to send to the feds. Sure did.
Oh,
But I wouldn't put
okay.
it on public for her to be like, because I don't know, it's a private conversation. She said a lot of that stuff in confidence. And even though she's saying a lot of things right now, I don't think that it's okay to share almost a month's worth of correspondence without her agreeing to it. So, I mean, but if she would agree to it, I'll put it out there. But I think at this point, probably the only people who should see it, especially because of the things that she's saying, just for my own protection, should be TBI or FBI for sure. Like, that's going to happen.
So she's handed it all to law already. It doesn't make sense. What did she have to hand over to FBI? How'd she know it was the real FBI this time and not the fake FBI? Like, so many questions now. What was she sent? She said something. I was sent Summer's head, something with the fake feds. Yes, let me go back and find it. I know I'm like, it's not being read the proper way, but yeah, it says. Where did that go?
I mentioned my health tonight, so have others. Being played with on panel after being sent here on purpose seems meh. Who sent you here on purpose? I think probably because your name was mentioned, somebody thought you should be in attendance. I don't think that was malicious in any way. I think probably just somebody thought that you should be here to hear your name spoken. See what I mean?
Yeah, and you can always log off too. You don't have to stay. If they told you to come here, whatever, But yeah, it's an open panel, so they probably did message you and be like, "Do you want to go up there or something?" Because part of the marathon fundraiser. So yeah, it does make sense. People were telling you to maybe come here tonight.
They were given the Discord room by me while I was in the hotel, so they've seen everywhere. Well, I'm not going to trust that, so they'll definitely be getting my version of the recording. You say that you gave them the Discord. That's excellent. I'm glad you've covered yourself in that way.
But she's
That's
in the
also
chat,
probably why I haven't been contacted. But I hope that that's true. But for my own concerns, because of the things, we'll just leave it at the things being said about the people who, myself and the people who have tried to help you, they're definitely going to get everything that I have. As much as it doesn't even relate to Summer, like almost none of it was about Summer, but you're the neighbor, so you're important, right?
Hey, I wanted to say just one more thing and then I'll hop down.
Yeah.
So this is for everyone who has been super vocal about, terms of service of YouTube, this is how many subs you have to have a fundraiser and all that kind of stuff. And, these are the ethics of fundraising, da, 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 da. I want to know if anyone who's saying that now ever said that out of actual concern to Q or Penny or John or Scott at the beginning of this. Or, because what I suspect is that when the shit hit the fan at the end there, that's when all of this started being questioned. So I just don't think that it's genuine. I don't think it's genuine. I think it's coming from some kind of, I don't know, nastiness.
Yeah.
Because if you truly cared about people's money, why wouldn't we be having this conversation on, I don't know, the third day of the fundraiser? And I don't mean you, Cher, just like in general, anyone who's saying, where's the transparency? And having, hours, day-long lives complaining about it and talking about maybe you should get a refund if you don't feel comfortable. Well, why weren't we questioning this during the marathon.
Yeah.
People felt comfortable with it at that time and gave their funds. And at some point, they were given information that made them question it. Where did that come from? Why did that person or people express doubt? Think about those things.
Hmm. I don't think it matters really who he's dating, because I also heard that he was dating Jody Sue at one time. So I don't care
Oh,
who
God.
Chase is dating.
Yeah, he gets around.
Chase gets around, yeah.
Popular with the ladies.
423 Chase. Don and Candace is on Ziggy's. Awesome. Good for them.
And I just want to clarify this. I don't think that there's anything in the conversation between myself and Jody Sue that that they don't know about her or her involvement or non-involvement or her previous whatever she had going on with her ex or whatever. It's not that I don't think that they don't already know and there's something that I want to bring to their attention about her. It's that there's a lot of crazy theories or accusations being made upon not only myself, but quite a handful of other people who tried to help her. And just for them to have, I want them to have it just so I know that they have it, because like I said, I don't think that it's okay to put it out public, because some of the things that she said in confidence, I don't know if she would be comfortable saying in public. So I wouldn't want to do that, but I do think with some of the claims that she's making, just for my own peace of mind, I would feel comfortable just making sure that it's sent in.
Specials bills, what amounts did Q not show? Because the amounts were given throughout the entire marathon. They're on every video. So I just don't know what people are looking for exactly. And no one, to my knowledge, has said or asked, and I say to my knowledge because I don't know, but I haven't seen anyone say, hey, here's an example of how you might do this that would satisfy everyone who's confused or questioning. They've just said, where's the transparency? Just in very general terms. And we've all seen that she wired the money. We all saw the total that she put out. She's also put out, this was the total for PayPal that's being held, right? And this is when it's going to be released. And then the super chats are going to be released later this month. So what is missing that people are upset about is what I don't understand.
Yeah, no one's being paid to be here. I just made a live and told people, put the bullshit aside for a few hours and just come up here, open panel, let's be adults and talk. And some people took me up on it. So no one was paid to be here tonight. I don't have the money to pay people to come on my live streams.
BS. If you felt that way about Jody at True Crime Commentary, why haven't you already? Well, the thing is, I don't watch her videos. It actually just kind of gives me a nauseous feeling in my stomach to think of it. But I have been getting a lot of messages of her making claims, and yeah, so just just that in itself that's enough. But like I said, there's nothing in those conversations that I don't think that they probably wouldn't already know. But just for my own peace of mind, again, because of everything that I hear she's claiming, especially on Chase, I believe she's even claimed that he's stalking her. I think that that's important to send, just in case.
No. You guys are saying people berated Jody Sue around and all that. Don't go on panel. They've done that enough. Well, here's the thing. She's in the chat, if that's her, right? So asking her to come on panel when she's trying to say her piece in chat is not berating her or whatever you're saying. So I disagree because she's in chat saying a lot, and it's actually leaving more questions than giving answers. So, yeah. Please don't ask my guests either. If you don't agree with what they're saying, that's okay, but that's not the point of tonight. It's don't do that to the panel guests. If you don't agree with it, say your opinion respectfully. They've been answering questions. If you still don't believe it or agree with it, that's fine. Just let it rest. If you want to come up here and say your own piece or how you feel, you can do that too.
What does this mean? Snaggle meow. Are you threatening Jody Sue, Penny?
Oh,
Shoot.
No.
Are you saying, wait, Cher, do you think that I've said anything that's been threatening to Jody Sue, or is somebody just leaving out a little bit of context, or maybe some comprehension is lacking, or I don't know.
Howdy, cowboy. I don't even pay my husband to be here. He has to sit through all this.
Knowingly following me that are in my inbox and witnessed it were used, lied to, and conned by him too. Who? Hold on.
You know what, Penny, though? I mean, she wants to go in the chat and say things and not come up here. Like a big girl will come up here and talk to you, right? To talk, but it's honestly just blah right now. I'm sorry, Jody Sue, and I hope that you get better. I think you're in the hospital, get better, but honestly, it's leaving so many more questions, and it's not that we want to berate you around or anything like that, or I don't. And again, everyone can leave the channel. If you want even me to leave here and just have my husband on, Mr. Cher, I will walk out of here and you can just talk to him, just you two, if you want that. Or I'll end this live and he'll start a live right now and you and him go on there, or you can just call him or email him privately or me privately, whatever way you feel more comfortable, or don't talk to either one of us at all. We're cool.
So she said, it seems blackmailish or threatening to me to keep mentioning Discord nonsense after I've told you, please do turn it in. So Jody Sue, you're not the only one in chat. So whenever people say things and ask questions in regards to a statement that I made, I'm going to address it and probably mention the previous statement that they're asking questions about. So it's not that I keep mentioning it to threaten you. It's just how a conversation sometimes flows. Somebody asks you a question, you address their question, often by repeating what was asked and then answering. That's how that goes. It's not really that hard to follow here. I'm gonna go share because this is really pissing me off. But thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your side of things, because it is important to hear all the sides, and don't let Libby, are you sharing the screen?
Yeah, if anyone wants to see, I don't know if y'all have seen that or what, but the PayPal amounts and when they'll be released.
Okay.
Good night, Libby. Good night, Cher. Good night, Mark. Thank you again.
Good night, Penny. You're awesome.
Penny, thank you for sharing your side of things. I do appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye. Thanks.
Okay, let me click this in here, Libby. There you go. Okay, here we go.
Is it too small?
Yeah. I can make it bigger, I think. Did I mute you?
No, I muted myself.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I just do that just in case my dogs bark, because they just do that randomly.
Okay, I think it's on there. I think that's as big as I can get it. Hey, Rapu. Good to see you. Hey, everyone.
So there's all the PayPals. The Cash App amount has already been sent. So again, like I'm asking specifically, what do people want to see?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Jasmine, not cool, and you are being blocked for that. I have the best mods. Jody Sue, yeah, you will not come for my mods like that. You will be blocked instantly. Don't care who you are. Nice try, because a lot of them are personal friends too, so no. Jody Sue Brown, I'm going to leave you my email. What I think would be better, because I mean, if you've watched me, you know me. I mean, a lot of people don't like me, but I think it would be good. I think it'd be good to get you to chat with my husband. He's very super unbiased and will give you a very fair platform, and I will just stay out of it. So that way you're taken more seriously. I think that's more fair. So there's my email, and if you reach out, I'll just put you in touch with my husband, and you two can chat. If that makes you feel more comfortable. If you've watched him at all, I think you might like that.
Yeah, I'm known as the voice of reason because I don't go off the handle.
Yeah, me and him are totally different, and we do not agree on almost anything. So I want you to be in the most comfortable spot. So I think it'd be better, and I think everyone in here would actually tell you and agree with that. If, I'll put you in touch with my husband so that you're comfortable and not getting berated or feeling like you're being used or anything like that.
Yeah, if there's anything that you want to get out there,
Yeah.
I'll have you on and you can say whatever you like.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with 423 Chase.
Yeah, I'll stay out of it and just let you two deal with that. And you can leave it privately, or you guys can set up a live, just you and him, one-on-one, like an interview type. And I think that's a really good, I think that'd be a good idea for you. Because people who don't like me love him. So I think it's probably the safest route than my platform. I won't do that to you.
Special spills, you're welcome. But I want you to know that I got this from Q's community tab. So
Yeah,
there's the transparency. It's on her page. It's in her videos. You know, I'm sorry if, you know, on her behalf, I guess, if anyone has felt like they were not given respect. But she has been berated. She's been attacked every day, all day over this. And she's done nothing wrong, and she knows that. So I'm just trying to put myself in her position. And if people were coming at me left and right, and I knew I didn't do anything wrong, I might get a little bit crisp.
Well, it's not fair.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know,
I do hope that she will actually show everything at some point. But
yes. Yeah. And again, though, I am asking, just because I don't know, and I've never run a fundraiser. I don't know if she has or what have you. She says that she's a businesswoman and she does have the receipts to show. But again, I'm asking people, how do you want it presented to you? Because I've asked that question several times and no one has that answer in the chat. They just keeps asking for receipts. How do you want it presented to you?
I can answer that.
Okay.
It'd be like what I did. I showed all the money that we got from our fundraiser actually coming into my account. I censored out my account number and my name, but I showed the transfers coming in. I think that's what people want to see. They want to see her Cash App statements, her PayPal statement, not just the money that's on hold, which obviously
All
is there.
the
it's on hold, but
coming in.
yeah, we see almost 11,000 or 10,300, whatever that is, on hold.
Right.
But we don't know that there wasn't another 15,000 before that. That's, you know, like if she shows everything that came in, then I can't see how anyone could falter. You know?
So broken down by individual donor.
Drop the link to the video that you done on our fundraiser.
Oh yeah.
And then I would, Libby, he'll drop the link to that and just have her maybe take a peek at that. Because you know what, even when she does that, let's be honest, she is still going to get hate, right?
Well,
Because we
it's
did
not
too.
gonna stop.
Yeah,
Well,
it won't
that's what I
stop.
was going to say, Cher, is I just saw some comments, and this wasn't even about you guys. It was regarding the candle scandal.
Oh shit.
And your guys' name was brought up in that conversation. And they were bashing, you know, how you all didn't show this and that. And I was like, what in the hell? It was from like 2 months ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, because
But-
they were doing the same thing, saying that I didn't.
Yeah, we
Right.
we never sold any candles.
We didn't pay.
Well, no, I know.
know.
They weren't talking about candles, but they just brought up your
Oh.
fundraising.
Oh yeah.
around a candle conversation.
There's a video link there, Libby. If you show Q, maybe she'll get like. That's what he did for the one that we had done. You know, it was nowhere near tens of thousands of dollars. It was like
And it was
$1,200, something like that.
Yeah, it was only through super chats too.
Yeah, and it was only super chats and not a bunch. Yeah, it was a lot easier. There wasn't a whole bunch of different platforms and stuff like that. But maybe that will give her kind of a better idea of something she can go off. But again, we do have to be realistic and know like she's still going to get the hate for it. But I know if I seen that, I'd be good with it, and I'd even back her on that. You know.
And I do want to say too, this is just I haven't talked with her to know that she doesn't know how she's going to present it or how she should. I'm just I'm speculating. And I know that no one has really said precisely this is what we need from you. I know individuals have come and said, did you get my donation? Or they've asked in a general way, where show us the books. Well, to me, I have no idea what you're talking about because I'm not in charge of this. And I don't know that she does or doesn't. She probably does. I don't want it to make it seem like she doesn't know.
I mean, in a way, I feel like some things are answered, and in another way, I feel like there's 100 more questions.
Yeah. Well, again, I just feel like everything came into question after the fact. And I don't really understand why that is. I think if all of
Oh, Libby, I'm sorry. Please come back up if you want. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to boot out that one screen to let Miss Trixie in. Hi, Trixie.
Hi. Hey, thanks for letting me come up for a minute. I need Libby to come back up.
Yeah, I'm going to share the link again. I'm so sorry, Libby.
I can't do it on my computer because I don't have it all on here. It's all on my phone. But what she showed you just now was what's on hold for the PayPal. Is that correct?
I think, yeah.
Okay. If you look on Q's channel, there's on her community post, there's like, because we used PayPal, Cash App, and then the store, Super Chats, and everyone was saying Zelle. Zelle was never used. It was offered, but no one ever used it. So it was not, there's nothing with Zelle at all. That's not true. So I know that right now PayPal's being held and she's waiting on YouTube with the Super Chats and stuff like that, I believe. But everything that she has gotten up to date and that was put into the fund as of right now, she did a video on it and she showed the actual receipts from the bank.
Yeah, she showed the money that she wired, but I haven't seen her show the money come in to her accounts. I think that's what people are.
Okay, but there's 2 videos. Did you see both of them?
Yeah, but you're not listening. She's not showing the donations coming into her account.
Not yet. Apparently she will.
She will?
She will. Well, this is what she's doing. As soon as everything is released and all the funds are able to be taken from her bank account to the reward bank,
yeah,
we're doing a big live celebration
Mhm.
and it's all going to be exposed. All the receipts all the amounts are going to be up. It's going to be one big, huge thing. That's
So
what
we'll
she's
see
saying.
every single donation coming in.
Every single donation, everything that was bought, everything.
Then that's perfect. That's what we all, yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see, yeah.
Personally, I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
was
there's
a part of
anything
it.
nefarious going on anyway, but
Well, I think it just got bigger than some people could handle, honestly. And then, you know, the concern is with that kind of money and so many people involved and stuff. There, I mean, there was rumors going around of certain
Yep.
people dipping into the pot already, things like that. So,
And like you said, it does come into effect whenever taxes come around too.
yeah.
Which she had to get a 504 for that.
Mm.
So she'll be showing that as well. She'll have all of that shown and ready to go. It's
I
just right
think you
now.
know what was bought, like what people bought from the merch shops. Is that right, Trixie? Like when
What
you
do you
said
mean?
you said we'll show receipts of things and what was bought, but you mean like people what people bought from merch, right?
Yes, everything that people bought. But the thing is, this is where we're running into the problems. We can't put people's names out there and dox them. But people are trying to get refunds. So she has to say a name, which is why she gives like a first or a last name, not the whole name, because she has to be transparent. She has to show that this person took their money back.
No, you don't.
she doesn't have to say the name.
You don't have to give the whole name like that. You
No,
can
she
just,
doesn't give the full name. She only gives one or the other, the first or the last. Like if I donated, she would just say, Trixie B, or, you know, B Bennett, like that. It wouldn't be the whole name. She's never given anyone's full name. She just has to show one or the other, the first or the last, and give like, you know, the amount that was taken back. Because people like keep taking money back, are being told that it's a scam, and it's not. She has to be transparent, you guys. You know, everyone wants transparency, but no one wants to admit that they're pulling their funds. You can't have it both ways.
that's why nobody should have set a final amount and how much was raised until this was all said and done. All of the things, you know, like we kept up what we were making, but we didn't give the final amount until we knew what was everything cleared. And with that much, yeah, I think that's where, and again, it blew
But then
up.
again, how like it was transparency from jump. It was transparency from the start. The
No, I
reason we were
disagree.
getting the totals was to get it up to, we didn't think we were going to get to 10,000. Once we got to 10,000, we were like, let's keep going, you know? So
Yeah.
once we kept getting and reaching our totals, you know, we just kept going for more. And it was 7 days. It was from the time it started to the vigil. That's when it was supposed to end. But then when people started, you know, causing ruckus or whatever, then we had to subtract whatever people were taking back out and, you know, make adjustments and stuff like that. So that's why she can't just show you guys everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because well, the good thing is the people that took the money back, people donated to make up for it, which was kind of nice. So we actually ended up making more from people taking their money back than we did the original. Because originally we made, it was like 30,000, and by the end, it was a little over 30,000. But by the end of like it all, it came to like $32,134.
Mm.
But I was a part of it the whole time. I modded for each, because I mod for every single, you know, creator. And there was several creators involved. And creators even came and endorsed, like Chris McDonough. He came and endorsed. He came up on panel and spoke for us. The lab, no thanks. I mean, there was only 2 creators.
All my favorite people.
Huh?
All my favorite people.
Yeah. Well, there was only 2 creators that didn't. No, there was 1 creator that didn't come on panel, but all the other ones did. Like everybody endorsed it or donated.
She carried on her merch sales after the marathon was over. Yeah, apparently she was doing it before the marathon. I don't know.
Okay, can I explain the merch, please?
Say what?
Can I explain the merch part of it?
Yes, please do.
Okay. What happened was, she has in her merch store, she advocates for certain like kids. She has the Mackenzie line, Well, all the Mackenzie stuff, that money goes directly to Mackenzie's family. Nothing is going into her pocket. Her merch store is not for her own benefit. It is for the benefit of the children that she's advocating for. So there was a Summer, there's a Mackenzie, you know what I mean? And she even said during the live the whole time, we kept it transparent. Anything of Mackenzie's is off limits, does not go to Summer. So it was only the summertime. Now, she tried to get Summer to be put onto the shirts, but the waiver, that whole thing happened. So now it's just summertime. We call it summertime merch. And all it is a little girl on a swing, and it's cute, it's purple, and it, has her name. Now, if people you can still buy it now. It's still up on her store. Even though it's still up on her store and you can buy it now, that money is still going to be donated to Summer. Nothing goes to her. So that's what the whole merch thing is. She advocates for children. So anybody wants to go buy a shirt or a mug, it's going to go to Summer. She's going to donate it anyway. And then, okay, during the reward fund, because let me tell you, girl, we worked so hard. We were up all night, all day. I mean, I devoted so much time and let no sleep. My house got away with me. Like, it was a lot. But I was there every day with these creators, and they worked so hard. And what we did was amazing. Like, it was amazing. And I feel bad because you guys, now that I'm hearing your side, you guys did the same thing. You should have never been ridiculed either. Even if it's for your, who you are advocating it for, whether it be the parents or whatever. I mean, as long as the proof is shown, you're not lying. You're not frauding anybody. People didn't have to donate. We didn't make people put a gun to their head and say, hey, donate to this. Like, if you didn't believe it whenever you did it, why do it? You want to just change your mind all of a sudden now? Come on. It's for Summer.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Did the Wells get any money from the fundraiser?
The fundraiser had nothing to do with the Wells.
That's not my question, and I'm asking a question that I already know the answer to. Did Donald and Candace Wells receive any money from the fundraiser?
No, no one can touch it. The fundraiser was set up by Captain Tim Coop of the rescue squad, and it is not to be touched right now as it sets. We just got a new extension on it, so it'll extend till 2022.
Yeah, no, June. I know all that.
Yeah, but none of that goes to the Wells now.
No, that's not what I'm asking. That's
okay. Ask again.
People got Cash Apps, PayPals, all of that, so there was funds available immediately. Do you know? And maybe you don't know, but I'm asking a question right now, Trixie, that I know the answer to. Okay. Do you know about a money exchange with Don and Candace Wells from the fundraiser money? Because I'm going to show what I have. What?
I know nothing about that.
Okay. So will you be shocked if I was to come forward and show screenshots of payments to the Wells from people that did the fundraiser? Would that be shocking to you, or no?
Okay, well, let me ask you a question though. Was it personally given, or was it supposed to be from the reward fund raiser?
There was cash handed over, as well as through an app. But there was cash that placed hands because there was people there. And I'm not going to get into everything right now, but I am going to show and expose everything.
No, absolutely, and you should. But
I'm just asking, would that be a shock to you?
It would be, because the only places that the money hit at any point in time was through Q's. It was her Cash App, her bank accounts, her merch store. Like, whenever these creators, when they would host it, they didn't put their Cash App. It wasn't everybody's Cash Apps. It was one Cash App. They shared Q's Cash App. Do you see what I'm saying? Like like when we went to Libby's and Libby hosted it, she put Q's Cash App out. She did not put her own Cash App out. No one donated to the individual creators' Cash Apps. Only Q's. Q's information, her PayPal, her Cash App, all that was the only thing that the money went into. Unless you do the super chats, but that's when the creators said, "Don't give me super chats because we're hosting for the fundraiser."
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that, the money could have not went to Q's that specific Cash App. I still have
So
all of
you
the
don't
links.
know that Don and Candace received money through Cash App, through PayPal, as well as hundreds of dollars cash exchange in
Okay.
hand. Hold on. If
Okay.
you're saying you don't know anything about this, is it possible? And I'm not trying to bash you, but I have to ask the questions. But is it possible that maybe you don't know of everything? Like, I know you're defending them, these are your friends, I understand, but maybe it's possible
No.
there's things, other things, because you don't know about the cash exchange, and I do. It happened.
Well, what I'm saying is it might have happened by somebody
No,
else.
not might
Now,
have.
if you
It
told me
happened
if it was
from that
Q's
group.
Cash App,
From that group of people, it happened 3 times. Twice on an app and 1 cash in hand exchange. 1 cash in hand exchange I was told about. It could have happened again that I just wasn't told about. But I
right.
mean, the
But what
man's a
I'm
liar
saying
for
is
sure,
it
but
from
why would he
Q
lie to me
Carlock's
about
Cash
that?
App? That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, was it from her Q Carlock's Cash App to them?
I'm not gonna say who it was yet.
Okay, well, if it's
It was
from Q
more than one
Carlock's Cash
person
App,
though.
then yeah, I'm gonna be shocked because that was not the agreement. Everybody was under the agreement that it was going to Q Carlock's Cash App only, and that those funds would go straight to Civis Bank, nothing else.
So the Wells never received over $1,000.
Not from Q Carlock's Cash App, no.
That's not. I'm
Maybe
not asking
other
for this.
creators. If there was another creator that could have happened, maybe. But for the fundraiser itself, Q was the only one who had the money in any part of it. It was to her Cash App, her stuff only. Because of that reason, we didn't want to have to make it go through all these hands. It only goes through one hand only. Now, if you show me that it's Q's Cash App, that it went to them, yeah, then I'm going to have a problem. Definitely. Then that's definitely a problem.
Yeah.
But if it's another creator that just hosted it, then they lied. They're the problem. Because that's not what the agreement was.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what no. But I will say this. What does 423 Chase have to do with this? He has nothing to do with this. The only time that Chase was brought up in this reward fund, he did not host it. He didn't do any of it. The only time he was supposed to be brought into it was he was going to be the person that physically takes the check and hands it to Civis Bank. That is it. He was to walk the check into the bank. Other than that, he had nothing to do with that. He had to do with the billboard. That's different. That's separate. And I'm being honest, Cher. Like, honest to God, if you have it from Q's Cash App to the Wells, then that is a problem to me. Because that was not what the agreement was. And if you have it from another creator to them, and they did it under the guise of the fund, then they need to be questioned and reported. Because that was not the agreement.
Oh, they were paid in multiple ways: cash in hand, apps, drugs, alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, that was never the agreement. It was never to go to the Wells. It was only to go to the Civis Bank Reward Fund. That's it. Now, there was talk about, I don't know if you know much about this Civis Bank Reward Fund, but there was 2 big donors, and they put stipulations on their big, amounts, that if she's not found or whatever, it goes to the child advocacy program.
Yeah.
We were talking in the during the fundraising about putting a stipulation that it goes like if it doesn't go to her being found or her or whatever, then it to be going to the rescue team EquiSearch, because we don't know the child advocacy program down there, and if they even advocate for summer. So we felt because EquiSearch came out there, it was boots on the ground searching for and stuff, that would be a better way to honor summer through them. But that was the only time that was brought up, that it was to be for anything other than the reward fund. You guys, I know you're going to sit here and say that, you know, this wasn't shown, that wasn't shown. You were shown, and she has posted all she can post right now. Until funds are released and people stop pulling their, you know, their donations, and it's hope to God that, you know, the PayPal doesn't get frozen or taken down or whatever. Like, as soon as she was able to hand that over.
On the 7th, so we have to at least give her, I know YouTube doesn't pay out till like, they'll send the payment out at the 21st, but it could take her bank several days to even get that payment. So we do have to give her until the end of the month. We have to give her at least to like the 30th. And then everything in YouTube and everything will be cleared. So I'll hold off until the end of the month. And we can be asking by December 1st, where is the proof, okay? Because she should have it all.
Yeah.
So give it then until the 1st, and then we can ask the question again if we haven't seen what we need.
Our reward celebration, I would love it if you and Mr. Share comes over and joins. That would be great. You guys will see it all for yourself. Because she's going to show from start to finish. Hey, we don't.
But everyone else in that group of yours, they don't like it at all.
No. We don't play that game. This is for summer. It don't matter who you are. As long as you're there for summer, that's all that matters.
Where are they tonight? Instead of making lives last week, showing up on here. You know, yeah, no, we will show up.
Oh yeah.
I hope you do. I hope you do.
And we will.
And that's why Chase came over here on you to, you know, talk to Mr. Share, because, you know what I mean? Why fight each other? Why are we doing this? Just be about summer. That's all it's about. That reward fund and that fundraiser was only about summer. It was not about anybody else's benefit or anything like that.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
I'm not gonna say right now, but yes, it's facts. I mean, you can believe me or not believe me. I don't give a shit at this point, but I can promise you they were absolutely given marijuana. I have an inkling from what something Don said to me that there was something other than marijuana given as well, but marijuana, alcohol, whiskey and beer, by the way, and cash. So yeah, and that makes no sense to even lie and tell me that those things were being received if they weren't. So yeah, Don does lie. I understand that. Yes, they lie. But why lie about that? It's weird, and I believe it because I saw, like, I saw the things they were buying. I saw the new drugs coming in. Like, I saw, like, where'd they get that money from when he was like, oh, I don't have enough money. So yeah, somebody was giving them money.
Actually, Cher, I quote you all the time. Uh-oh, they fell off. About the you know that I know that you know. I quote you all the time on that because you called him on his bullshit. You called him on his lies. Allison, I will say this right now in front of Cher and Mr. Cher and everybody here. If it turns out that funds were taken from the reward funding in CARLOCK's Cash App or her PayPal or whatever and given to the Wells, I have no problem coming over here and saying I was wrong and saying that it needs to be investigated and charges need to be pressed because that was not the agreement and that was not what the understanding was. So I have no problem saying that. Just like I had no problem coming over here with Chase yesterday and apologizing to Sheriff for stuff that I had done out of being disgusting behavior. I had disgusting behavior when I followed a certain creator and was, you know, I apologized to Mark and Cher before I left here yesterday. I'm sorry for any hurt, anything that I've said or done to you. It was disgusting of me. It was wrong of me. I have no problem accepting and taking responsibility and accountability for what I do. Yes, Scott H. and Q CARLOCK said absolutely no money is to go to the wells at all. I'm not a big Dawn fan at all. Fresh babies? What?
No, fresh babies, the smell. Fresh baby scent. It's a thing, people. It's only a thing if you have not had children. Like, for real, it's a thing. I used to take my kids, my boys, after their bath. Their grandma would always want to hold them immediately after their bath, and she would sniff them all over and say, first sniffs.
Yes, Justin, I did have disgusting behavior, and that's why I personally, and no one asked me to, whenever Chase was over here, as I was leaving, because I was modding, because Chase was on piano, I said, Sharon Mark, thank you for being fair, having us over, and I apologize for any hurt that I caused. You can go back and look in the chat.
Yeah,
I
and
even
we've
addressed it last
all
night.
been there. I've had to apologize to people because it's easy to get caught up in that behavior when you're with a group of people. It's just, before you know it, you're in the middle of shit and you're like, wait, this is not me. Like, I am not happy with myself. So I totally get it.
Exactly. And I do apologize. I was wrong for the way I acted. It was disgusting.
And
no
now you're
problem
not.
saying that. Nor do I think you guys should have been ridiculed as hard as you were either.
My daughter's 4 months old. I was literally smelling her as you were saying that. Well, Trixie, I appreciate you coming up here, but it's been almost 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is way longer than I planned. I wish that people would have taken up this chance. It's fine, though. I actually expected really no one to do it, but I'm glad that you did, and Penny, too. I think, we have more questions, of course, but when don't we, honestly, in this case? No matter how many times we beat something with a stick, like, it just leaves me with more questions, more things come up. Like, I don't understand. But I hope you guys, we'll end it with saying that we need to give Q CARLOCK until the 1st of December to come up with something to show us, because the holidays too. Oh, bye, Trixie. The holidays too coming up. With Thanksgiving and stuff, the bank's probably going to be closed for a few days, whatever. Things might slow down. So by the 1st, she should have the YouTube. She should have everything. She should have figured out how is she going to show everyone, if she hasn't already, and get that together for us. So I know that I will let this topic go until the 1st of the month, which I think is plenty of time for something to be shown. And then we can finally, hopefully, put this at rest when we see that there's been $3,200 or $32,000, sorry, donated at the end of this. Of course, minusing whatever the people taking, whatchamacallit, asking for refunds. Can I just say something and say that that's very, very, like, tacky, if you want to call it, disgusting. I actually do believe that unless you can, like, prove, and it's like a really crazy number, you can be like, oh, my kid got a hold of my phone or something like that and prove it, but do not encourage people to go and request refunds, because no matter what you think of anyone that helped in this whole marathon thing, it is a good thing that happened. So please don't do that. Don't ask people to do that. Don't do that yourself, because I just, that cannot even feel good to do, right? Like, that can't, really? And then to be proud and be like, I requested a refund. Like, just please don't do that. I think that's wrong, because I don't think that people went in this with bad intentions. They wanted to do something good. They did do something good. The reward fund is bigger now. Who doesn't want that? But yeah, I'm going to end it at that. Thanks for everyone that came up. And it's kind of funny everyone else is live, same as me. I'll just end it with that. What do you say, baby?
Yeah, that was well, wouldn't expect them to come up any.
It's because they are not lions. They are sheep. But anyway, I'm going to end it at that. Thank you, everybody. And Jody Sue, if you're still listening, I do hope that you are okay and feel better and get out of the hospital and get well soon. And I hear voices19 at yahoo.com.
And I think linking up with Mr. Share here would be a really fair, unbiased platform for you to have a voice. And I'll stay out of it and just let you two deal with it. And I think honestly that'd be a good thing for you. But I don't know. Whatever. I'm a little biased. Yeah, too late to get a refund now. Yeah, but yeah, I wish people weren't doing that. That's crazy. All right, good night, everyone. Thank you, and thank you for all the super chats. And then I noticed in the birthday bash I have for the other case I'm working on, Courtney Struvel's birthday bash coming up. Somebody became a member. I don't remember your name, but I saw that someone was a member today in the chat. Thank you. Welcome to the Craze Train. Woo woo! Dawn and Candace is fucked up on Ziggy's. Oh shit, Punksy. I don't care. I'm gonna finish my weed drink here. I'm gonna go lay in bed with my husband and watch TV and laugh. I don't care what's going on over there. They are welcome to it. I'm done with it. Good night.
Later, peeps.